Hey guys, it's Miss Cook. Sorry I'm not in class today. I had something come up and I had to run my son to the doctor so he can hopefully get his cast off. It's been on for a while. It's time. I'm going to walk you through just a little bit what we're doing today. I'm not going to video chat with you the whole time, but I am going to kind of get you in the right direction so that you know how to complete today's assignment without me there, okay? So I need everybody to log in to your Chromebooks, okay? And once you log into your Chromebooks, if you would just take a look up at the screen, I'm going to hold up a sign that tells you exactly what it is that I need you to do once you're in your Chromebook, okay? And then once Miss Meyer sees that everybody is kind of where they're supposed to be, right? She's going to unpause, because Miss Meyer, if you'll pause it on this, okay? And then once the kids are there, you can kind of unpause it and I'll walk them through the next step of that, okay? So you can go ahead and pause Miss Cook in 3, 2, 1, and let me get it centered. Oh gosh. And pause. Okay. If I'm unpaused, that means everybody is on slide 60. You guys should see that it is your prime time for today. Okay, this is the last prime time for this sheet. So prime times are to be turned in today. If you were in the classroom, you're going to turn those in. Remember, if you were absent, you put absent, okay, for any other day throughout the prime time cycle. All right, so you need to take a look at your question for today. I'm going to kind of look off camera so I can look at it on my computer. Prime time for today is, why do more people live in some parts of the world than in others? So our lesson today is human geography. Why do people move where they move? What are some of the draws for people to move? What are some of the reasons they might have to move? So I want you to take a minute. I want you to look at that question, okay? Lots of ways to answer this that are absolutely correct, okay? So take a minute, answer your prime time. I gave you a sentence, a topic sentence that you can use as one of your 2 sentences, okay? And then I gave you a way to kind of finish that out with your answer, because you need 2 full sentences for full credit, okay? Capitalized, punctuation, all of those things are required in a complete sentence. So Miss Meyer, again, you can pause me in just a second when I get the sign up here. Give the kids a chance to do their prime time. It shouldn't take more than 3 to 4 minutes. And then have everybody pass those into the center, and you can just stick them on my desk, okay? And then when we're all done, you can unpause me, and we'll keep on trucking. All right, here you go, guys. And you can pause. All right, guys. So I'm back. That means everyone's done with their prime time. It's passed in, and I'm going to talk just a little bit about our objective today and get you guys rolling with your assignment, okay? So if you go to your next slide, just hit your right arrow, okay? You should be in full screen presentation mode so that you can see the whole slide. Objective for today, I can understand the causes and effects of population movement. So I want to talk with you about not only why people are moving, but the impact on the areas that they move into, okay? Slide 62, let's go again. So here you are looking at a population density map. Population density is one of our vocab words, okay? It is how many people are living per square mile. So the more people living per square mile, the more dense the population. The less people living per square mile, the less dense the population. Dense meaning crowded, okay? Lots of people. So if you take a look at that map, okay, the darker the red gets until it's almost black, the more people per square mile. That very last figure, where it's almost black, it doesn't even look red at the bottom, it says in those areas you have between 1,500 and 9,000 people living per square mile, which is pretty crazy, okay? Look at some of the lighter color areas, all right, and maybe the reason that the population density isn't as extreme is because those areas are much bigger. Whereas if you notice the areas that are really densely populated, those are really tiny areas on the map, okay, compared to like the United States or South America, all right? So the lighter colors don't mean people don't live there. There are people living there, okay, in the pinks and even in some of the lighter shades that you can see on the map. But there just may not be as many per square mile as in the other areas, okay? Our next slide, if you go to 63, you've got an urban versus rural map. Two more of our terms. Urban meaning highly populated or densely populated, rural meaning lightly populated. So what I want you to pay attention to on this map is in our coastal areas, and I'm kind of pointing at my map because this is what I would be doing in the classroom. It's kind of second nature, even though y'all can't see what I'm pointing to. So I want you to kind of find the New York area, the eastern portion of the United States. You see a ton of red, all right, along the eastern seaboard there, okay, right there by the Atlantic. And then if you look on the west coast in the California area, you see again, you know, some reds and some oranges. And one of the things we're going to be talking about today is immigration. And those two areas historically were the 2 points of entry for immigrants coming into the United States. So in New York, it was called Ellis Island. That's where you were checked in and processed and paperwork was filled out if you were trying to make a new life for yourself in the U.S. And in California, it was called Angel Island. Basic, same idea, just different names, different types of immigrants. Okay, you had more Asian immigrants going into the California area, and then you had more European immigrants coming into the New York area. Okay, but that's a big part of what we're going to talk about today is immigration. Okay, why do people choose to move where they move? All right, for what reasons? So if you go to 64, your next slide, we're going in order. Okay, there are some really simple instructions there for you guys just to open up your journals to page 5. And you should have the daily handout for today that has push factors on one side, pull factors on the other, and it asks you to define them. So what I want you to do is I want you to open up to your vocab, find your definitions for push and pull factors, and I simply want you to copy them down into your handout. Writing is a great way to help things stick up here. Okay, so if you feel like it's redundant, it's not. It's good practice, and writing helps you remember things. Okay, so I want you to take a few minutes. I want you to write down each definition. Make sure you're writing it in the right spot. All right, Miss Meyer, you can pause me if you would like. I'm going to hold up a little symbol cheat sheet for what they're writing down, and then when all the kids are done writing, we can proceed. We can go forward. All right, here you go, guys. All right, so if you saw my little symbols, okay, really easy way to remember push versus pull is push is always going to be a negative reason. It's going to be a force driving you out of an area, not a positive force, okay, something kind of bad. And there's lots of ways that we could talk about those and lots of examples. Pull is something that's drawn you to another place for a good reason, for a positive reason. And I think those are pretty simple ideas that everybody in the room can understand. Push being negative, you know, think of somebody pushing you in the hallway. That's typically not something that makes you happy, okay? Pull, all right, you're being drawn towards something, you're interested in it, there's an opportunity there. So negative, positive. So what you guys are going to do, okay, here in a minute, is you are going to go to your vocabulary account, all right? In the directions, if you go to the next slide, okay, it does kind of walk you through what you're doing, all right, because I'm about to sign off and just let you guys go and get your stuff done, okay? So you're going to log into Vocabulary. We've created these accounts a week or so ago, okay? Remember, your login and your password should be the same login and password for your Chromebook. Unless you did something different, hopefully you wrote that down because I don't have access to those, okay? Once you get into your Vocabulary account, you will see an assignment. Right there at the top, there's going to be a little blue button that says assignment, and you're going to click on that. That is going to take you to a video on migration. It's a really good video. It talks about push factors, pull factors, gives lots of amazing historical examples of migration, you know, throughout history, okay? Want you to watch the video. as you're watching the video, I want you to try to catch 2 to 3 examples of a push factor and a pull factor while you watch, okay? You can also come up with those on your own because I think you guys are bright and you can probably brainstorm some of these push factors and pull factors outside of the video itself. Once you watch the video, okay, the other thing I assigned you in vocabulary is the read and response questions. All of my classes have done this. This is a graded assignment, okay? You're going to read through each section, answer the question. There's 8 total, okay? Take your time with these guys, all right? There's only 8 questions, but if you rush through it and you don't do very well, you don't have an opportunity to redo it, okay? And all of the questions can be answered by inferencing from the material that's given to you, okay? So answer your 8 questions, okay? Glue your handout and kind of show you guys. You're going to glue it into your notebook on page 10. So you're going to take your handout, pretend this is it, okay? Push, pull. This is just a blank sheet. You're going to fold it in half, and you're going to turn it and glue it into your notebook so that it fits this way, okay? That's going in on page 10. Once all that's done, the rest of class, life maps, get those done, get them glued onto the cover of your journal, okay? You have a quiz next week. Study your Quizlet, study your terms, okay? Make use of your time. If you're done with both of those things and you're making hundreds on any of those Quizlet reviews that you're playing, okay? Remember, flashcards for extra credit have to be done by quiz day. And then if y'all want to explore vocabulary a little bit, you have access to all of those videos, okay? If you've got your earbuds and you want to watch some of the videos in any of the sections, there's science, there's social studies, there's English, there's tons of cool videos in there, okay? The 9/11 video is in there. I know that some of y'all had asked if you could watch that again. So just make sure whatever you're doing with the rest of your class time is productive and you're not bothering anybody else who's trying to complete an assignment that you might have already completed, okay? Everyone have a great weekend, right? Miss Meyer, here in a minute, I'm going to sign off, and all of these instructions are kind of typed out for you as well. So hopefully everything went okay today, and I appreciate it. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and go make dinner because I'm actually sitting in my office right now. Y'all have a great weekend. I will see you Monday. It's a double blue day. Today's a blue day. Monday is a blue day. So you come back to me on Monday. You go to Miss Isaac on Tuesday. Y'all have a good one.